Hi, I'm Debbie,
And I'm Jan.
and today we're playing Arnold Palmer, Riley Grove to Cherry Hill.
And Riley is one of the most fun courses in the Villages.
And really pretty, runs right along Lake Sumter Landing, so you get a great view over there.
And we'll be showing you some of the views.
And do you drink Arnold Palmer when you play the Arnold Palmer course, or is that a rule?
I think you're supposed to.
So when you get to Palmer, these pictures are from the parking lot. So if you drove your car, you'd be able to rent a cart. That'll be off to your left. This is the pro shop and the country club for dinner.
And here's the custom club shop. You can get a fitting, you can get a lesson, and they used to sell clubs here, but now they sell the clubs down at Sarasota.
Yeah, and this is the Golf Academy. So if you were taking a lesson, a group lesson, or a private lesson, that is where you would meet up with your pro.
Here's the back of the restaurant, and it overlooks the driving range, so you can sit on the balcony and watch people swing away. Palmer is one of 3 championship courses in the Villages that actually has a full driving range.
They also have 2 putting greens and a chipping green right near the front of the course. And then once you get to the starter shack by Riley Grove, you'll notice that they also have a very hilly putting green. And here's a little peekaboo from that putting green. That's the Golf Academy out there.
This pond off to the right of the first tee off is a great place to gator watch because there's always a big one in that pond.
Although we didn't see one that day, but stay tuned.
And now the drive to hole number 2, where it's a long carry to the fairway.
Yeah, you got to make it over this big swamp, so bring your big boy club. And this hole's a little bit tricky because your second shot, that green is slanted and it leans toward the out of bounds. There's a lot of really beautiful views back there, but if you go too far, you will be out of bounds, so beware.
So off we are, the long drive to hole number 3. So if you're a walker, this is going to take you a little time.
Then you'll cross the bridge and check out the beautiful views on the left and the lake on the right.
Oh yes, and Leo got a birdie. So, birdie shot.
This hole's a pretty easy par 4 and it's pretty short, so it's a great place to make up a stroke if you're needing to do so.
Coming up next is the par 5 on number 4, and that runs along 466.
From the tee box, it looks pretty open, but if you go too far right, that does slope down into a pond.
And there might be a gator in there.
Make sure you keep your eyes open.
Number 5 has a long carry over the swamp from the back tees. So make sure you don't go left because that's the furthest point and you will probably end up in the swamp.
The sixth hole is a pretty short par 3. However, it is uphill, so especially if you've got some wind, you're probably going to want to pull out one more club just to make sure you get it up there.
Looking back to the tee box, you can see carts going along there in cars. That's 466. And there's also a bench if you would like to sit and watch people play.
So the seventh hole, although beautiful, tends to be one of the more difficult here.
You have to get it a nice drive, and then you have to dog leg onto kind of an island green.
Yeah, because if you hit it too far, you're in the water either direction.
Walking off the green, we go across this bridge, and if you look left, it's a beautiful view of Lake Sumter Landing.
And a lot of times you can hear music playing from some of the restaurants there during the day, and kind of a very festive mood.
Here's a beautiful view of the waterfront inn. And they have a restaurant in there and a nice bar, and it's just a really pretty place to sit.
Along the right side of the course, you'll see some beautiful homes. Those are in Bridgeport. Those are premier homes. And along the left side, all the way on the other side of the pond, you'll see some bungalows. And those are really adorable bungalows, too.
And they have a pretty nice view.
So as we wrap up our 9 on Riley Grove, it was a beautiful day. The course was beautiful. We're off to Cherry Hill next. If you haven't played either of those courses in the Villages, please make sure you pay attention to the signage because you do have to get on the cart path and you're in with the general population for a bit in between some of the holes. So just be safe, be patient, and follow the signs. So we're off to Cherry Hill for our back 9. And as always in the Villages, it's a great place to have a great time with great friends.